Let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, y'all?
We live.
And so, I was talking to Dreadful here a second ago, and apparently we were saying that the volume was not high enough. So I'm going to turn up this TV in front of me right quick. So I was talking to and it sounds good here a second ago, and apparently we were saying it sounds good to me. Okay, so we're gonna let that roll. Anybody watching, if the volume's too low, let me know. Hit me up in the chat. Oh man. Okay, let's go live on Twitch too. How about that? Boom, there it goes. Boom. So welcome in Twitch viewers. Let me see. Let me get my chat up over there. Yeah.
Twitch and on the YouTube.
So we're good on Twitch, we're good on YouTube, and we're good to start talking football, right? And it's like, really, until you're thinking about it, I mean, tomorrow's the day, right? I mean, tomorrow is the day.
Day one.
We got games tomorrow. Well, we got a game. Tomorrow. A game tomorrow. And actually a game tomorrow and a game on Friday. So it's going to be interesting. That the Friday game is going to be interesting. I mean, just timing wise, thinking about it, to me, having a game on Friday that's, not high school, right? So far, Story comes in with the sound. What's up? What's going on, Story? Story, are you, and I know this is the evil thing with Twitch, but I'm going to do it anyway. Story, are you following me on YouTube? Are you subscribed on YouTube? If you wouldn't mind, find us on YouTube, same name, and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. And the sound alerts actually come up on the show. Cool. I appreciate that. That's cool. I appreciate it, Story. Are you still streaming as well? I know he was streaming GTA a few minutes ago. And, do I have, let me see, can I view? I am looking at my control panel on YouTube, but what I need is a doc is YouTube chat. You know what? I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm not gonna mess with too many things, because if I mess with too many things, then stuff starts wanting to shut down, and then we got more sound alerts coming through. It's got the run coming through. Okay, yeah, it's live. All right, so if I just do that, boom, there it is. So we're up over there. But yeah, so I'm real games starting tomorrow. So basically season. And we got 18 weeks of football now to look forward to. And like I said, I think sort of getting a little pumped up about it. However, that also means that we started fantasy. I had
Please, no.
And see, now that makes it sound, the story, that makes it sound like you didn't want me to talk about football. He's got the Michael Scott no going on. And so, man, 50 points. You were spending some bits over there.
Ah.
He's literally going through all of the sound alerts. So if we have, I had what, 3 drafts this week? I think this weekend. I know you stepped in for one, for Big O. And how many others did you have? Did you have 2 others?
Just the other this past weekend, and then the 1 week before.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, I guess earlier in the week it was on Monday, so.
Yeah. And so, how did you feel about your drafts in general and overall, I guess?
I felt decent about them. According to Yahoo, though, they said I did great. I can get A+ on both of them, so I guess I did okay.
the big A+. Yeah. So for those who don't know, but most people who play in fantasy know the grading system. I think I got a D. I had 4 drafts total. I had a D- on 1. I got, I think I got a C, and then I did get a B, and I got a B on the one that had the most people actually drafting. Like the auto draft one was bad. Let's see. C asked questions. I'm looking forward to, I know I said Packers and Steelers. What is that? I'm trying to read this. Oh, he said, what team? What team am I looking forward to? Oh, Packers and Steelers is the team that he's looking forward to the most. Yeah. I don't know. They did some bold predictions today. I was listening to some stuff on ESPN. And of course, the one
for this week or for the year?
For the year. And of course, the one that hit me the most was the one that was like, Will Levis will be a top 10 quarterback. And I don't necessarily know that I believe that one.
I don't know about that, but I believe he will shock a lot of people. I think he'll do pretty well.
Yeah. No, he will definitely be how do I say it? He'll definitely be a good quarterback. I think the AFC South in general is just going to be good. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a very competitive division. So we're just going to end up running through that kind of a thing. Story is running through his channel points. That's what he's doing, and he says he's got 650. So football is okay. Football is more than okay.
This must be a baseball fan.
Yeah, Story. Are you a sports guy?
Or not a sports guy at all. I do have a friend that's like that, which is shocking to me. But
yeah, it's funny. Tennis and track.
Oh, okay.
Okay, tennis. Do you play tennis? And do you run track? And if you run track, give me where you compete. I want to know that too.
That's right. What's your events? What you running?
There you go. What are the events? I should know that because my son runs track. I should know what the proper terminology is, but I don't. I do not. I got to get him. I got to get him going though. He is not.
Just kick him out of the house, make him run.
Well, I mean, the thing is that what I really need to do is start running with him. We are actually doing a 1K today. Give me 1 second. This weekend. Did I say today? This weekend. And
introducing.
I was in traffic.
That's okay.
Traffic.
Yeah, it was an 18-wheeler crashed.
That would cause traffic.
All the belongings, yeah, man. Cops be stopping traffic. Do you hear me? So I had to pick up my daughter from the after school care at her school. So
Oh wow. Okay, boom. There you go. So we were we were casually talking about football. The season starts tomorrow. For those who do not understand, and I will send out another text message to the group on to the group text for the league to make sure to set your lineup actually tomorrow. I mean, just tomorrow early. So we can get that in, and everybody will be locked in. I don't even really know where to start. I want to start everywhere.
Just jump in both feet. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to. I think so. I do want to do. We will start back doing the picks every week. We'll pick the games. But I want to give us a week before we do it.
Get a baseline.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I do also want to do the way too early predictions like MVP and who's going to win the Super Bowl and all that stuff.
All right, we can do that. So you're going to wait a week to do that as well, or you want to jump in tonight?
Say that again.
So you're going to wait to do that as well, or are you going to jump in both weeks tonight?
Yeah, no, okay. I mean, MVP. The thing is that if I had to give it someone today, I would honestly, what I would say is I'd say Lamar Jackson, but I think that having not seen any games, not seeing how any of the teams are going to mesh at least a little, it just seems way too early. So Stream Elements popping up there. So yeah, I mean, I think it's too early to do that. But I say that, I mean, picking the games for just like tomorrow and Friday, I think are fine, at least for me. You say Cowboy fan has a Cowboy flag. No, that's not a Cowboys flag. That is a Colts flag.
Somebody besmirching my flag?
Somebody besmirched that flag, man. Somebody besmirched that flag. That's a Indianapolis Colts flag that you were looking at there. Oh shoot. But so I don't know. If you had your what did you feel like in any of your drafts? What was your favorite move that you made?
Favorite move. Let's see if I can find a favorite move. Favorite move. It's probably not that draft. Let's see.
Said it's not that draft.
Let me look at one of these A+ drafts.
Let's see. I'm pulling up my drafts now. Oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, so first of all, shout out to I can't remember his name from last week.
Dan?
He gave us this draft strategy.
Oh, Antonio, and was it Antonio? I think it was.
So I used his draft strategy in a couple of leagues.
Okay.
And one of them I did get the A+ in.
Okay.
So wide receiver, running back, tight end, running back, quarterback, and then go for broke. I used that strategy. It did give me an A+ in one of my leagues. Actually, which league? It gave me an A+ in my league, actually. But, well, I won't say my league because I won't use my league, I'll say, because I did have to leave early. Did have an emergency, so I left like 12th round, 11th round, something like that.
Yeah.
But I was pretty happy with my team overall, the beginning of it. So let me check real quick my other draft. Sorry, I'm just jumping around. Too many drafts.
It's all. I mean, we got all kinds of drafts.
So let's see. Let me look at this one. Did I get an A in this one as well? Let's see my draft. Okay. Yeah, this was one of the ones I had to pick first as well.
Oh, that's right. You did. You had the number 1 pick in that draft.
Yep. So I was able to get. What am I looking at? Oh, this is a league. I also have defensive players. So that's one thing. I don't know if anybody ever plays in fantasy where you draft defensive players too. This one, they have like a defensive lineman, defensive player in general, which most people usually take linebackers. At least I do, because if you get the right one, you get a lot of points for, like, just say Warner or Wagner. That's what I'm thinking of. He gets like 100 tackles in a year. So, or 100 plus 150 tackles. That's a lot of points.
I was going to say, do you get you get more points at the end of the year? Or?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you think of linebackers that get like 100 tackles a year. I mean, you think how many tackles that is? They like 10 tackles a game almost, or somewhere around there. Sometimes they get 10, 15 tackles a game. And that's, I forget how many points that is. Is it a point per tackle? I think it's something like crazy like that. It's either half a point or a point per tackle. So that's at least like 5 to 10 points just from one person. Just
from one guy.
Right. So I usually do pretty well as far as the defense. Like, I jump out on those early. So like, draft strategy, like we was talking, like, somebody will jump out and take, say, a quarterback earlier than expected. So it kind of changes the paradigm of the draft. I'll do that in this draft. I'll run out and take a linebacker. For example, let's say we have like 14 people in this league, but with the defensive players, like my league was no defensive players. We had 14 rounds, I think. So this league has like 17, 18 rounds. So like round 7 or 8, I'm jumping out and taking a defensive player, whereas most people will wait till like round 12, 13 to start taking defensive players. So I jump out early and get the best defensive players. So like my defense is stacked where everybody else is struggling. But by then, like this league, I've already taken Christian McCaffrey. I got Travis Etienne. I got Mark Andrews at tight end. Now quarterback, I did end up taking Brock Purdy, but I only took Brock Purdy because I also have Deebo Samuel. And like also in this league, you get points, I think like a half a point for touches by a running back. So again, if you have a high dosage running back like McCaffrey or Travis Etienne, and even Debo, he'll sometimes run the ball. So you get points for that. So it's like I'm very particular, especially in this league, about where I get my points. And you get points for PPR. So it's like points are coming from everywhere. So I'm just like double dipping a lot of points in this league.
So frequently you may end up with, y'all probably end up with like 200-point games.
It's very possible, yeah, especially with the number of people that we have. Like I said, playing defensive and offensive players. And I think this league also has like 2 flex positions, if I'm not mistaken.
And I may have missed it, but so do you I know you said you got defensive players. Do you do a defense as well?
Yeah, defensive players and a team defense. So I have Chicago's defense.
Man, no, not bad.
So yeah, you can get a lot of points. Like the thing I'm probably most not happy about is my kicker, and I guess that's not terrible.
You're most not about what kicker did you get?
Greg Zuerlein from the Jets, so it's not terrible as long as Rodgers stays healthy.
It's like, let's get all the way to the end zone and then stop.
Yeah, that's actually my strategy for kickers. It's like teams that have a good enough offense to get down to like near the red zone or at least close enough, but can't get in the end zone. That's why I like Young Wei Koo, because Falcons are notorious for that.
Frequently, yeah. That's, and don't get me wrong, I have that same thing too. It's like you want a team that can move the ball,
right?
And but that's what, and you know, it's kind of it's a good and a bad. Because like I said, I think I picked up Koo in one league, and then I just start picking up Bates in all the other leagues. And the thing is that
it's still not bad though. That's Detroit.
That's Detroit. They can definitely move the ball, but I think a lot of times they're going to score. But the one thing is that usually in leagues you get bonus points for the distance. So if these guys get caught up, I don't think they're going to hesitate. Like they're at the 40 or something like that. They're not hesitating.
Right.
Send them out there. Let's put some points on the board. And so I like that. And so that's why I ended up going with Bates, because I was like, all right, I know Bates. And I guess what? Aubrey with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. Cowboys,
is another guy who's like that. It's like, you can just say, all right, fine. We're going to go and we got this. We're not even going to be too concerned about whether or not, how far we are if these guys are kicking 60-yard field goals.
Right. Now, Zuerlein used to be like that.
Yeah. But here's the thing too. It's weird, the strategy of drafting. And I know for most people, and there are some people who will be drafting this, tomorrow, probably early.
Yeah.
But it's different when you're drafting because I was literally thinking about this on the way home today. I was like, most folks aren't crazy like I am, right? And so they're not watching every little thing that they can get their hands on. And then they're like, yeah, you should take this guy and then this guy. And since most people don't, people are just going off of the name that they know, right?
Right.
So you get in a draft sometime, and it's like, it throws me. It just does, and it shouldn't. But like a guy takes, a quarterback, and at the top of the second round, it's like, what? And it's like, okay, all right. So now I gotta. It could be good, it could be bad, but then you have like, 3 people auto drafting, or like we had like on was it Saturday, Sunday, whatever it was, when I got you to in that draft, and
almost everybody was there.
Yeah, they were all there, but then they quickly, a couple of guys quickly got out, and they had set up their board. So, I know one guy ended up with 2 kickers. It was like,
I didn't notice that.
and the thing was not only did he have two kickers, I mean, he got them like in the third and fourth round. And I was like,
Really?
dude, are you kidding me?
I
Like,
did see somebody take a kicker like early.
yeah. And the thing was that he set up his board, but he didn't, I don't feel like he prioritized it.
Right.
And the other deal is that I've played with him for years. He wanted one of them, and he assumed the other, one or the other would be gone.
Right.
But nobody was picking him. Right. He put him in the queue, but nobody was picking him, and that was the next pick for him. It was like, I'm like, dude, I'd even look at his team. But then, like, I know, like, my brother-in-law, he drafted 4 quarterbacks. And he was there. That. Yeah, he was there. And he was literally sitting there. Yeah, so this also ended up happening. We were talking about the no Apple products. Well, everyone in my house besides me has an Apple product. So they FaceTimed my wife's phone. And so I had them sitting here, and it was really just my brother-in-laws, both of them, and my father-in-law. And so, and shout out to my father-in-law too, because quick story. So my wife and her family have a family call every Sunday. And so my father-in-law, towards the end of one of these calls, he was like, "Man," he said, you scared me." And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, I was sitting here. He had the TV on. He was half asleep, but he was watching YouTube. And in the middle, half asleep, he heard my voice talking. He's like, "What?" And so, of course, whatever it was he was watching ended. The next video pops up. The next video was us. And we were talking. So shout out to my father-in-law for actually watching the show. And obviously, if it's popping up on his feed, so he's watching. So I appreciate that. But I was like, all right, cool. I appreciate that. But here's another question, though, I got. And it's in the chat, but is Jamar Chase playing in the first game?
So he hasn't gotten paid yet. He's a wide receiver for the Bengals.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver.
Thank you, Dreadful, for that information.
Hey, man, what do you mean? Give people. I'm trying not to over talk.
You talking like I know the players. I want to participate in this.
Hey, man, I got you.
My uncle is watching, and so when you don't include me in, he tells me all the time that you don't include me in things.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just joking.
But
I just want to make him laugh. I know you're laughing.
But Jamar Chase, Bengals. So the thing is that what he's saying is, and I think he was back at practice today, but what he is saying is that if he doesn't have a deal done, then he is going to lean towards not playing.
Are they going to give him? Are they going to give him? Is this what he asking for?
I don't know. What do you see?
30.8.
Is that it? That's all he's asking for?
30.8 a year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No. I get that, but I was thinking that he would have been asking for, because Justin Jefferson is getting what?
He's 33? He's like 34, something like that.
33, 34. Lamb is right under that at like 30.
Right under like 33, 32.
32.
And is that for 4 years for Chase, right?
No, that's per year for a total of 4 years or 4.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah. But the problem Jamar has is that he's got 2 years left on his contract. Is that what it is?
Right. I think so.
But he's obviously outplayed the contract that he's on. His rookie deal, though.
You think he's gonna play or no?
Oh yeah, they're gonna pay him. Oh, they definitely gonna pay him. They can't afford not to pay him. They have to.
By when?
Yeah.
But that's the question. The question is when.
When's his deadline?
It's got to be game time, right? He said he was at practice. They play. He was at practice today.
Like Sunday, right?
So I'm sure he plays on Sunday. So you would think that Friday?
Yeah.
You'd have to have a deal done. When does or I don't know how the injury reports and stuff go. Right? In there some sort of
Friday, Saturday at the latest. Like, well, he's going to practice, so he'll at least play, because most coaches, like, if he haven't practiced like by Friday, then they're going to just scratch you off the.
They'll scratch you off the list,
right?
Yeah.
So he's practicing, so he's at least in line to play. So he'll know the plays, he'll have the offense or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it depends on if he's put a deadline out there.
So in one of my drafts, I don't remember which one it is. Let's see. But I think I had, whereas you had the number 1 pick in like 2 drafts, I think I had the number 10 pick in 2 drafts. And so I actually took a page out of Girlfriend's draft, whether or not she knows it or not. And I drafted with my back-to-back. I drafted. Let me see, can I find it? I'm gonna.
You draft somebody from my team?
I didn't draft somebody from your team, but what I did was, I did not. But what I did is I drafted like you drafted, and it was. Oh, there's the team right there. I took Jamar Chase, and then I took AJ Brown. So 10 and 11. I took Jamar Chase and AJ Brown. I think you had the receiver. Yeah, receiver. And
okay.
Have them.
Yeah, you got Jamar Chase and St. Brown.
You got Chase. Yes, Chase and St. Brown.
Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And St. Brown. And so,
which are actually 2 great picks, especially for you play.
Yeah. So what I was doing was, it's in a different league than our league. But what I was doing is I thought it was a good role.
Yeah, Jamar Chase and St. Brown. And then came back and got Anchors. Excuse me.
Yeah, let me find this little screen here. Oh, there it is. Boom. All right. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty good. But of course, now that means that I have to, I'm quote unquote gambling. But it's not a huge gamble. This is the other thing that I did. And I think I did this in Welcome Back Story. I did this in all 4 of my drafts. I have Malik Neighbors in my flex position, I think 4. Or on my bench. I think there's one where I don't have him actually playing yet. But, I mean, I drafted him everywhere. I think him, and I tried to get the kid Knox.
Knox, okay.
No, yeah, from Buffalo.
I tried to get Etienne in all my leagues, but that didn't work out.
Okay. Jeff, I'm going to ask you the question that is on Twitch right now. And, I want you to not shoot the messenger. I am literally just reading the question. And it says, Dreadful, are you a Cowboys fan?
Okay, so everybody see, that's the second one.
Everybody
just sees the blue and white behind me. Look at the picture. It is not a star. It is you can halfway tell, but it is a horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
So no, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I know a lot of them, but I'm not one of them.
Yeah, like dude,
I'm a Colts fan. Similar colors, but no.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just I don't know. I'm looking at this whole thing with Chase, and I don't know. Girlfriend, and I know, like I said, I have all these squirrel teams. It's the Indianapolis Colts. That's the Indianapolis Colts is what it is.
Indy, yes, Indy. I'm from Indy, so.
I'm listening.
Okay, you gotta get it on, man.
I know. I'm listening.
So your I don't know. Have you pulled up your team? I'm gonna pull it up here.
No, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Some of the Steelers.
No. Actually, your fantasy team.
Yeah, I have it up right now. I'm looking at it.
Okay. Let me get back to that league.
I got Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
Which is good. I am telling you.
Fantasy wise, it's a good pick.
That's a good
At
deal.
least last year it was.
Yeah, that's a good one. So here's the thing about fantasy. I feel like what people have to understand. You if you want to win, I think if you want to win, you have to take the emotion out of it. Now, don't get me wrong. I still think you have to. You sort of got to be realistic, and you got to pick players that you like too. But sometimes you got to pick players that are good. Like I didn't like Tom Brady. I was not a fan of Tom Brady. Right? But in fantasy,
it would get you a lot of.
I could use some Tom Brady.
Could use some dinking down.
Confused with the flag. Agreed. Been there, done that. Okay, is Ford still in the Packers? Ford. I don't know which Ford you're talking about. I don't know a Ford that played for the Packers. Am I missing something? He said it's Ford.
I think he played defense.
Oh, okay, yeah, he is. He says he's a defensive player.
Yeah, that sounded familiar.
But I'm pulling up your squad now. Let's see, go with the league, opposing teams, and find triple threat. Okay, so it looks like you have Dak Prescott, and this is your starting lineup. You got Dak Prescott, James Cook, Devin Achane, Jamar Chase, Amar St. Brown, Trey McBride. That was another one of those bold predictions, was that Trey McBride would be tight end one at the end of the season, which is like, wow. But that was there. You have Malik Neighbors in this league. I guess I didn't get him here. You got Malik Neighbors, and then the Chargers defense and Brandon Aubrey. Which is not bad. So wide receivers, you got basically two of the best. I don't know much about James Cook and Devin Achane, even though I think I drafted him somewhere. He is, what do you got? Mostert, and who else is in that backfield? What is that? What kind of bag you got there? What was that? Girlfriend?
Yes, what'd you say?
What bag was that you were messing with a few minutes ago?
I have cologne. It's main cologne. Well, I have Gucci Guilty. That's what I had. I got a customer coming over getting some cologne, the oils.
Yo, you got things going on. Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that.
At least try to be.
Okay.
Business.
Let's see.
Yeah, I just looked up information on Ford. He's on injury reserve.
On Ford. Oh, okay. So Ford is on injury. Yeah, he said that's what he said. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I think the only, well, let's get to this too. So I sent, of course, like I said, the season's about to start. We've done all this drafting, and one of the guys in another league, and I actually told him I was going to be talking about him tonight, so whatever. He sends me, he's trying to get rid of Puka Nacua. He's not happy with Puka. Or, I don't know. I have no idea why he doesn't want Puka, but he's trying to let him go. So he puts out there that Puka is up for trade. He's like, hey, look, let's put him up for trade. And so I ask, what are you looking for? What do you want for Puka? I mean, what are you trying to get? So he goes, hey, look, man, I'm going to send you a trade offer. All right, fine. He sends me a trade offer. And the trade offer that he sends is he wants to give me Puka Nacua, Alvin Kamara, and Devonta Smith. And Devonta Smith is that because I know we have Devonta and Devontae, right? Devonta.
Miami Dolphins, right?
Who's that?
Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Devontae Smith is Eagles.
Eagles. He's the number 2 with the Eagles. Okay. And then he wants to take from me, he wants Garrett Wilson and Jonathan Taylor.
What's the name of your team?
The team in the league I'm talking about?
No, what's the fantasy your name?
In your league, in the league that you're in? Havoc Unleashed. But this team is rinse and repeat because, I'm talking about a different team.
Oh.
This is from. You can see all these teams. But this is rinse and repeat because I won last year. So I renamed my team Rinse and Repeat.
Wait, what? What you renamed it to?
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
And repeat.
Rinse.
I don't see it. What I go to see your team?
Not in this league. That's a different league.
Oh, okay.
It's a different league.
He's talking about a league that we're not in.
Yeah, you're not in. But the question becomes to me is how do you? I'm scared of Alvin Kamara on the New Orleans Saints. I just am because it's how do I say it? It's Derek Carr who's throwing him the ball. Derek Carr, the quarterback for New Orleans Saints, and so I'm worried about that. Vamp, thanks for showing up, bud. Appreciate it. Over on Twitch. And but I went into the ESPN where they tell you whether or not it's a good deal or not. And of course, ESPN says, hey, dude, it's basically it's a fair trade. It's numbers wise. However, it did say that over the course of the season, I'd be losing 16 points over the course of the season. Is what they, But the problem is that while I think it is good, the only thing that I'm worried about, Puka's questionable right now. I don't know what the real issue is, but he's questionable right now. And then with the questions about Alvin Kamara in my head, it starts to feel like it may not be as good of a deal. You are the expert on Jonathan Taylor, at least as far as I know. So Jonathan Taylor was hurt last year. Is that correct? Or did he play all of last year?
That is correct.
He was hurt.
Not all of last year. He played more than Anderson did, but yes, it was hurt towards the beginning of the year.
So if you had to pick, and I know it's harder for you because you're a fan, but JT or Alvin Kamara?
Well, there's no question. It's JT.
He says no question.
I mean, the only thing that makes Alvin Kamara more valuable is because he catches the ball out of the backfield.
Right. Exactly. That's the deal. But the problem with that to me is that it still is Derek Carr. So that's tossing in the ball. And don't get me wrong, I guess what? Derek Carr was throwing in the ball last year too, and he was a lightweight beast last year, actually.
Yeah, he had like 75 catches.
Yeah, I mean, I had him for a while last year. Because was he suspended last year? I think he was suspended.
Yes, he was suspended beginning of last year.
Yeah.
So the question, I guess, is, like, what's the PPR like in that league?
I think it's standard. 1 point
like
PPR.
1 point?
I think it may be 1 point PPR.
Okay, well, I think actually go Alvin Kamara then.
Let me see if I can. Let me see teams. Is it under settings? No. Let's see if I can find. Here goes settings. Scoring. It's definitely a PPR league, and of course, everybody knows that I'm blind, so I can't see too well. Each reception is a full point. Let's see, and rushing. Yeah, you get 0.1 per yard. Just that's the standard. I think I said for the most part, it is a 1 point PPR. So this Jonathan Taylor doesn't catch the ball as much.
Not as much, no. I was trying to remember how long he was out last season. If he was out as long as Kamara was suspended. So I'm just comparing last year's points that Kamara actually outscored Taylor as far as fantasy points, at least in the league I'm looking at. But again, like I said, he had 75 catches. So
yeah, see, that's the thing. The thing is that with the Saints, like I said, I had Alvin Kamara for a little while last year, toward the end of the year, because like I said, he was suspended, and then I think I picked him up. Like it was like nobody had him, and people weren't getting him, and so I picked him up. And he does. He gets the dump off passes, nothing down the field, dump it off to Alvin Kamara.
Exactly.
You contacted me the other day about Madden. I actually turned it on. The first game I played was Tennessee versus the Saints. And while I did win, I saw Alvin Kamara motion a whole lot. And he does a lot of motion, not necessarily out of the backfield, but, out wide, where we can just sort of get a dump off and get a running start type of thing.
Right.
So, but I don't know. Like I said, I think the big thing was because my other running back, I have Jonathan Taylor and I have Devon Achane, right?
Achane's good.
Achane and girlfriend, so that you know. Jonathan Taylor, of course, is a Colt, Indianapolis Colt. Devon Achane is with the Miami Dolphins. And then on my bench, I have Jonathan Williams. He's running back out of Denver. And then Tarjay Spears, who is Tennessee's. Yeah, but I'm just telling you the players. So you got to remember the players.
I can't keep up. I'm trying.
No. Don't try to look them up. Just listen to them. You'll be all right.
I hear their names.
Okay. Yeah, you can't. You're trying to look them up right now. I'm gonna send you some more information. I'm gonna tell you start looking up. You read those things. But the thing is that you said Achane is good. Because I've never
He's
had
pretty
a
good.
Devon agent before.
He's good because he has speed, breakaway speed. So it's
You
like,
want to play for the Dolphins?
Yes.
yes, running back for the Dolphins.
I thought he got traded.
They're not giving him up. I doubt that highly.
Yeah, he was. This is his second or third year.
I think it's the second year.
Yeah, that's not him. I'm thinking of my family. I'm thinking of Dobbins. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah, Dobbins was traded.
Yeah, but this one right here, this is my cousin's
Baby
her,
mama.
Yeah.
Baby mama.
really
I
good.
remember that one.
Was he traded or was he just let go?
Who?
Dobbins.
No,
JK?
No, they traded him.
They traded him? Okay.
J.K. Dobbins, is that what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he go to the
Chargers.
Chargers.
I was gonna say Corners, but yeah, Chargers.
Chargers, yeah. Chargers, he is out there, the Chargers.
'Cause he was out because his ACL.
Right. Yeah, he kept getting hurt in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I don't know. I told him I'd have an answer for him. Because I'd have to drop somebody too.
Yeah, because you're taking on an extra player.
Oh, you talking about in your league, not in the fantasy league?
Yeah, this is a different league. I had basically what happened was that I had a trade offer, and I'm trying to figure should I accept it or not.
So you had a counter in mind, though, didn't you? Just like a straight up.
Yeah, so he was trying to get rid of Puka, and I assume he wanted Garrett Wilson. So I was thinking maybe we go,
head up.
Wait, who are they trying to get from you?
He wanted Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's with the Jets.
Okay.
And so Garrett Wilson is the number one wide receiver with the Jets. Now, here's a question about the Jets, and this is why I have one of these things. So he's option number one, right? With the Jets.
Yeah.
And I mean, even for all of my Aaron Rodgers jokes, I can't believe that the man has actually forgotten how to play football. Right? I mean, so, if you think of Garrett Wilson like he used to use, was it Devontae Adams?
Right.
Do you really want to give that up? That's kind of like.
But they also picked up Mike Williams. So.
But come on now. I mean, it's Mike Williams. He's going to go out. He's going down. He gets hurt every year. And I'm sorry. I no disrespect. But, I mean, Mike gets hurt every year. Every year he gets hurt. True. And don't get me wrong, that I may have picked him up, though. Just sort of little. No, that was Jameson Williams out of Detroit is who I had. But I considered it. I mean, Mike Williams, I think it was like a 14th round or something like that. I'm like, But, to be honest, I think he had a little Q next to his name. And I'm like, see, there we go. We already started. So just a little Q there. It's like, oh, come on. So I don't know, man. I like it, but the thing is that I believe Alvin Kamara. So yes, let me tell you, say this. The counter that I was going to go with, and if you're listening, you're listening. But the counter I was going to go with was just Garrett Wilson, and maybe one of my other. Maybe Jameson Williams or something like that for Devonta Smith and Puka Nacua. And it seems pretty even. I mean, you're giving me a guy that's a number two. I'll give you a guy that's a number two. And I'll take your number one guy. You can take my number one guy. But, that was going to be my counter because I didn't want to get rid of JT. Does JT not catch the ball? He just doesn't catch it that often, right?
Yeah, not that often. He does, but not that often. Not half as much as Kamara does.
See, the thing with Kamara is that Kamara doesn't necessarily, even though he can break it for, 50 yards or whatever, he doesn't do it all the time, but he catches so many balls. It's just like in a game, he could have 10 points, just receptions. Forget the yards, just receptions, which is like, whoa, you know what I mean? So I still can't, I can't decide. You know what? Maybe I do the deal the way it is. Give up Jonathan Taylor and just let it roll. See what happens. Something crazy. But see, and the thing is again, I'm gonna have to do some things because I have, like I said, this is one of the leagues that I do have Malik Neighbors. And then I also have Roma Dunze. And then I also pick.
What league is this?
This is the same league I've been talking about with this trade offer.
What's the name of the league?
The name of the league
is feeling left out on the league.
You're not feeling left out. He's involved. What is this? Blood, Sweat, and Beer is the name of the league.
Blood, Sweat, and Beer?
Blood, Sweat, and Beer. I don't know. But we were talking about your team, and then you started getting your cologne together, man. You started getting the cologne together, man.
Let's talk about.
I was literally talking about your team.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, so I will go back to what is it? We Talkin Football League, and I'll go to your team. So the thing that I do want to know from you is like, I mean, I feel like you would obviously have some questions about, what it is that you need to do. So what kind of questions do you have? Anything.
Why did they give me that?
So your team was auto drafting. So the computer decides, gives you the next player. So what happens is
nobody wanted them, basically, right?
No. Here's what happens. So what happens is that, and I don't remember which pick you had in the draft, but what it does is that it gives you the best available player at a position you don't have.
Right.
Yeah. At a position you don't have. So the thing is by the time, and it was probably sixth round when they gave you that? 6th or 7th?
Seventh round.
7th round. Okay. So the thing is that at that point,
that's not bad, huh?
Right. It's good. Here's the thing. Dak. See, this is this thing I've been dealing with for I don't know how long. Dak is a good quarterback. Dak was a top. We talked about this the other week. He was a top 5 fantasy quarterback last year. I mean, he threw for like 4,000 yards.
He did good last year in fantasy.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the top 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah,
So the projection of how many points he's going to get is this going to be from Sunday's game, right? He's going to 16 points.
Yeah,
Sunday, right?
That'll just be on Sunday. Yep. Yeah. So all of those numbers, there are for the week coming up, and that total, what is it, 127.4? And if you look, you are playing against Body Bag Mag. That's who you're playing against. And see, can I look at his team?
What you mean playing against?
So if you scroll up, you see your helmet, and it says triple threat. You see that? Mm-hmm. And then if you just look down right below that, you should see current matchup.
Right, but who is Body Bag Man? Bag.
It's a guy I work with. It's one of the teams in our league. It's just another team in our league. And so that's who you play against this week.
I'm
Right.
getting it now, y'all.
So if you go.
So, yeah, like in this league last season, Dak was a top 3 quarterback.
See,
He was
there you
ranked
go.
3rd overall in quarterbacks.
Did y'all win in your fantasy last year? Did you?
I came in, I think I came in like 3rd in one league and 2nd in another league, and then washed out completely in another one.
I won in one league. I have the trophy. I have to pop it up somewhere. But we had a trophy that we actually got in blood, sweat, and beer. But yeah, the guy.
Team too, right? The body.
Yeah. So go up to opposing teams at the top of the screen there. There's a drop down menu. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Opposing teams, and then you just go body bag mag. And I know he's got Kyler Murray. He and I have been talking about this. Kyler Murray, Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, Brock Bowers, Jalen Warren. He's got a really good. He's got the Lions defense playing against the Rams, and then he's got Fairbairn out of Houston, which is good. And then on his bench, he's got Zay Flowers, Tank Dell, Jalen Warren, JSN. Well, that's crazy. He's got JSN and Tyler Lockett. He's got both of them. And then he's got Tyson Chandler. Huh. That's weird. But that's who you're playing against. And right now, it says that he is scheduled to get 123 points, which, if everything goes according to chalk, which I think they rarely do, but you should win. But we'll find out on, let's see.
You projected to do them by about 3.5, 4.
Yeah. I didn't see if is there a Monday night game this week?
Just tomorrow.
Should be.
Tomorrow's the first kickoff game. Tomorrow, right? Yeah.
There should be a Monday. I think it's the Jets and.
Oh, that's right. Jets in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, Lord, I really got to pay attention.
So what you have to do is you do have to make sure that you set, like, all of the guys that you play this week have to be locked in. What is it? Before kickoff. So before the game starts, you gotta put them
before kickoff of that game. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see there where it says status. See where it says status, and it says like for Dak Prescott, it says Sunday, 4:25 p.m. If you plan to play Dak Prescott, which you do, then what you got to do is, YouTube is not responding. Okay, well, I mean, I can't tell. It's still up. What you have to do is make sure that it's locked in, but that guy is playing before 3:25, I think, your time. What does it say in your thing? Does it say 4:25 or does it say 3:25?
3:25.
3:25. So yeah, for you got to make sure that before 3:25 you have that particular player in place. The rule of thumb to me is, basically by Thursday.
So what I need to do? What do you mean in place? Like
he's in place now. Yeah. So what you could do, so you see these guys here at the top. Like the last guy is Brandon Aubrey. You see that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are your starting. The guy down from Dak down to Brandon. Those are your starters. Those are the guys that you have playing this week. The guys below that That's your bench. These are the guys that you have in reserve if you choose. Oh my goodness, you got Jaden Daniels sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I was about to say she may want to play him.
You might want to play Jaden Daniels against Tampa. Yeah, really? What?
Where did I move to?
So, okay, can you do this? Let's see. Are you able to share your screen, Havoc?
Yes, I can share my screen.
So what he can do is show you an example of his team or his basically what the screen looks like and show you how to move players around.
Oh, move players around. Okay, yeah.
It's a brief tutorial.
Yeah, I can do that. Let me get
how to sub in and out of your players. And what I would give what I give beginners a basic rule of thumb is the games start Thursday night. So at least if you were not gonna watch it like we do, like a chicken hawk, just I would say by late Wednesday, early Thursday, go in and set all your players for the week and just be done with it. Now the only caveat to that is there could be an injury anywhere between Wednesday and Saturday. So for Thursday night games, you're fine because it's just one day, but anything could happen in the next 2 days of practice where somebody gets hurt. So I would always caution, check your lineup one more time, like Sunday morning or something, Saturday night, to make sure nobody got injured. Make sure you don't see a little O next to somebody's name, because that means they're going to be out. Now Q, you may have to do a little more research, but so that's another thing. The little letters next to people's name, if it says a O or a D, you should probably take them out. O means out, definitely, and D means doubtful that they're going to play. So you probably want to take them out as well. Qs, I would say about 80% of the time they're going to end up playing, but Q mean questionable. And is there any other signifiers? I can't think of any. It's usually Q.
Yeah, IR.
Well, IR is there that you probably shouldn't have them on your team anymore anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take that back. They could come back in 4 weeks. I think it's 4 week minimum.
Yeah.
If they go on IR.
Okay, so can you see my team? So, can y'all see this now?
Yeah, I can see your team.
Okay.
So this is his team.
Do you see it? Right there, I'm just scrolling it up and down.
She's on mute. She's talking to somebody.
No.
Oh, so I'm talking to y'all.
Okay.
She muted us. She's like, look, man, I ain't trying to say that.
She came in here and she was showing me her plan, and I'm just talking to y'all. Okay, I do see it, but I'm looking at it on my screen so I can hear at the same time.
Okay, so this is my team.
This is his team.
This is my team. This is my team. You see, Havoc Unleashed, right there at the top. So, but what we want to show you is this. So, do I have another quarterback? Yes, I do. That's right, I do. So if let's say I didn't want to play Lamar Jackson, right? I got Lamar Jackson here. You know what? I should probably see. Can I put this up on the thing here? Hold on a second. Nah, forget that. Forget it. So if I click here, it says move. Click move, and then I can go down, and then I select Anthony Richardson, and I click here, and then they move him. So now I got Anthony Richardson in my starting lineup, and I got Lamar Jackson now on the bench. So that's what you got to do to if you would like to move a player.
So for Jaden Daniels, I need to move him now, or when do I need to move him?
Well,
anytime before either. So look at the times that each of the players play.
Tampa Bay, that's the same time as Cowboys. They play.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they both play the same time, then you need to change them before. Basically, you need to change them before the time of the earliest person that plays.
Yeah.
So some days one person will play at a noon game.
Y'all want me to change it? What do y'all think?
Well, that's up to if you look at the projections, depends on your strategy. If you're going strictly by the projections of what ESPN says they'll make, you probably want to play Jaden because he's actually projected to get 3 more points.
Mm-hmm.
Two more points.
2 more points.
Yeah.
So I
So
need to move him now, right?
You can move them now.
you can move him now.
Okay, so I press move and then put it here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna refresh my screen so I can see. Yep, you moved them. There you go. You done it. Now, but what? And we don't want to overburden you with this.
That's why I try to keep it simple. But there are other things to look at as well. It's like how good is the defense that they're playing against as well.
Yeah.
Right.
But in your case, I actually think it's a good trade-off because the Browns are a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Dak Prescott is playing against the Browns this week. So he's got to have a tougher time, quote unquote, than Jaden should going against Tampa Bay.
But again, Jaden is a rookie. So.
Jaden is a rookie.
So it's like this one said this different.
He's for Washington, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Washington Commanders.
Did you know that Noah Brown signed with the Commanders?
I did not. I thought he was with
Houston let him go. They cut him.
Yeah, Houston let him go. I thought did Dallas pick him up? Or no, they picked up who's the other person Houston let go?
I don't know.
Cooks.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's been a while ago. Because he was with Dallas last year. Yeah. Cooks was on Dallas last year. Yeah, he was on
Okay.
Dallas.
I know at one point he was with Houston. Okay, so I'm thinking a couple years ago. Okay.
But yeah, Noah Brown, because I think in your league, I think I ended up, because I have Jaden Daniels starting in that league. Oh, okay, yes.
Anybody else?
I think you're good.
What you got?
Where did I? There it is. I'm looking at it. I mean, running back wise, you got Marshawn Lloyd, but Marshawn Lloyd is not playing. No, she's got to stand where she is with running back.
Marshawn Lloyd.
Who are you looking at? Oh, okay, yeah, Lloyd.
Marshawn Lloyd is, he's the backup to Josh Jacobs, but he's also, is he hurt? There's a little Q next to it. Is it a Q or an O? It might be an O. Is it a Q?
What happened to A.J. Dillon? That's a Q. Besides Lloyd is a Q. Yeah, because Brooks, she has Brooks as well. That's an O.
Is a Q.
Okay.
No, Brooks is an O.
Yeah, Brooks is definitely an O.
I know he's out.
Oh, you sure right.
Yeah, I know he's out.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
So like
not this week, no.
They don't even have no points for him either.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So,
that's why he's not gonna play.
Out for that game or just out for that game, right?
Well,
he may be out for a couple.
He's gonna be out for at least 4 games. He's on PUP.
Okay, PP.
He's on PUP, so he'll be out for at least 4 games, maybe more. But so you have at wide receiver, you have Jamar Chase, Amon St. Brown, and in my opinion, Malik Neighbors at the flex. I don't think you're going to move any of them. You're just going to play them. Mm-hmm. They're like glue. They're just going to stick right there. I mean, those
guys that if they're not on a bye, you're probably going to end up playing.
You just got to play them. You're going to play these guys. So they're that good, huh?
Christian Kirk.
What about him?
Like, is he good? What's up with him?
Christian Kirk.
He's on the bench.
He's decent.
Yeah, he's a number. Is he number one? Yeah, is he number one at in Jacksonville? I think he is, right?
now because what's his name left? So Kirk is
Ridley's gone.
Yeah, Ridley's gone. So Gabe, what's his name? Gabe somebody.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, he's probably going to be number 2. So yeah, I would think Christian Kirk's number 1.
Christian Kirk's number 1.
I think he had a good rapport with Trevor.
Yeah. Yep, he did.
Before he got hurt. So
the thing is that you have Christian Kirk, but again, Amon St. Brown is the number 1 wide receiver in Detroit.
I'm not taking him out.
Yeah, Jamar Chase is the number 1 wide receiver in Cincinnati.
As long as Joe Burrow's in, I'm not taking him out.
Right. So those guys stay. They're what do you call them? Set them and forget them, locked in, whatever, a bunch of different terms. But those guys, the only time you need to remove those guys from your lineup is if they're on a bye week.
Bye. Correct.
That's it. Those guys are in there. And so
the only people you would be messing with probably is the flex, which is Neighbors. So looking at him, you could say, okay, do I want to play Neighbors? And this is when we start talking about, okay, what defense are they playing against or who's their quarterback? So you got Neighbors. I would say you'll be looking at Neighbors, Deontay Johnson, or Christian Kirk. Those are probably the 3 interchangeable people.
Yep.
Slightly maybe Jameson Williams, but I don't think he's quite there yet.
I don't think
I know you have high hopes for him, but
I did. But he's not. But like Dreadful was saying, I mean, the thing is that Christian Kirk would be, I think one that if I was going to lean towards removing Neighbors for would be Christian Kirk. But given that Malik Neighbors is a rookie, he's projected to get what it looks like 14 points. At least week 1, I would go with Neighbors. I'd want to see what he's going to do. So right. I would go with Neighbors this week for sure.
Yeah, let's see. Week 1, it's kind of like a crapshoot because you don't know what anybody is yet, especially the rookies.
Yep. So you're just sort of guessing, hoping and guessing on these. But this is a good guess. Like I said, that's why you have the projections, right? You let somebody else do the work for you, and you can go with the projections. But
y'all like y'all kicker that y'all got? I got Dallas kicker.
Yeah, I like your kicker better.
Mm-hmm. I remember him.
I'll trade you my kicker for your kicker. I don't know, but I don't care. I'll trade you my kicker.
He said he didn't matter. I'm going to go to his team right now and tell you.
Who do I have a kicker?
Boy,
unless I got Young Way
McPherson.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
I'm just like
McPherson.
The kicker matters. The kicker matters. Like, yeah.
Because I have
McPherson is because Joe Burrow's back, and so I know they can move the ball. That's the only reason I got McPherson.
Yeah, I think I have Koo on my team.
Where's Big O? He wasn't on last week nor this week.
Okay, well, I will when we get off the air. I'll talk to you about Big O. And we're going to get ready to get off the air because we've been going for about we've been going for a minute.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun.
When you're having fun, right? So
thank y'all for teaching me. I think I have ESPN on my phone. I think.
Well, we're gonna continue to talk about it. That's the whole point, is for you to get into it so we can, you figure out what it is. The thing is that once the games start and you start watching the points and you'll get a little bit more into it. That's the thing.
Get a better understanding, get more into it.
Yeah. You'll start seeing the
for and against certain players, not teams.
This is my first time. Wish me luck, y'all.
So
good luck, except for when you play me.
Except for when you play me, exactly.
Oh my God!
But
you play Big O too.
You play. You're gonna end up playing
everybody. Yeah, you're gonna end up playing everybody.
All right, y'all. Anything else? Anybody got any last parting words?
No. Just have a good fantasy week, everybody.
Hey, y'all, look. Wait.
Wait.
one thing. Now I know I said I don't want to start the whole week-long stuff, but we do have these 2 games. So tomorrow night is Kansas City, Baltimore.
Baltimore. Ooh.
So I feel like we should at least pick those 2 games. This game and then the Friday game. Friday game is Green Bay and who do they play?
Somebody. I don't know.
Friday. It's a game Friday night?
Yeah, there is a game Friday night. I can't even believe
They started.
Are they putting the games on Friday now?
No, just yeah.
Oh, is it just this one?
I think it's just this one.
Oh, okay. I thought they was going to start making that a norm.
Yeah.
Green Bay and Philadelphia. Ooh,
Philly.
that's a tough.
Really?
Okay, so Baltimore, Kansas City. Baltimore, Kansas City. Who y'all thinking?
Baltimore. That's my team.
I'm thinking Baltimore.
I'm thinking Baltimore just because Kansas City always starts off slow.
Yeah.
I do love Kansas City. And
Well, you
we
gotta
know they're gonna win. We know this. It's almost like we know.
They're gonna win the end of the season, but they start off slow. I don't know why, but they generally start off slow.
So what do you think? Are you picking Baltimore? I'm picking Baltimore. What you got? I'm picking Baltimore.
Okay, Baltimore it is.
Are you going Baltimore? Okay. So this one's a little tougher to me. Green Bay, Philadelphia. Green Bay, Philadelphia. I know how Philadelphia ended last season, so they got a little something to prove, but then they lost a lot of leadership and stuff too. I think
that's true. They did lose Kelsey.
Straight 10 games,
yeah,
days, and then they just start losing.
Right. So they usually start off fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm flying kind of leaning towards Philly.
You're leaning towards Philly. I'm thinking these young guys up in Green Bay.
I'm just wondering what
something to prove.
Green Bay.
They got a little something. They probably feel like they got a little something to prove.
No,
so
I meant Philly. Like last season, like they went all the way in, and then they just started.
Yeah, and then they just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think they lost 5 of the last 6 or 6 of the last 7.
Yeah, they did. It was bad. But I think frequent buffering, you are experiencing extreme interruptions. I'm sorry, y'all. We're trying to get on. But I'm leaning towards Green Bay in that one. I think I'm going to pick Green Bay.
Green Bay? Yeah, I'm going to say Philly just to say Philly.
You're going to say Philly? Okay, Philly.
Just to be.
I hate Green Bay.
Just to be the con to your pro.
Girlfriend, what are you thinking? Philly. Okay, so y'all both on Philly. I'm on Green Bay. And it's in Philly.
Because, Green.
It's in Philly?